I've already moisturized my skin, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation. Today I'll be using the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation in Golden Natural, and I'll be applying it on with my beauty blender. After that, I'm going to conceal and highlight my face using my L'Oreal True Match Concealer in Vanilla. And with highlighting and concealing, I just apply it to the areas that I want to bring forward. And this is going to help create that nice natural glow. So I always do under my eyes, and I sort of do like a triangle like so. And same with the other side. I also have some redness under my nose, so I'm going to conceal there. Also, I like to bring my chin forward a little bit and just apply it underneath here. And lastly, just on my forehead and on the bridge of my nose. Just a thin line for the nose. So I usually do it about there and do a little dot at the end. So I'm just going to blend it into my skin, and I'm just using a tapping motion because I don't want to shift and move the concealer too much. Cool, so now that I'm done with that, I'm going to move on to contouring. Today I'll be using drugstore products because a lot of you guys have requested that I use more affordable products, but I'll also be pointing out the high-end, more expensive product that you can use as well. So today I'll be using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This one is a stick one, and the color is Toffee Caramel. So this is an actual foundation because I couldn't find any cream contouring products, but it's just going to work the same and it's pretty affordable. Now if you want a high-end product, I recommend the Stila Shape and Shade Custom Contour Duo. I like to use the color medium. With contouring, it all depends on your face shape and which areas you want to pull back and recede. So if there's a certain part of your face that you don't like, say your nose you think it's too big and you want to slim it down, you can slim the sides down. And same goes for your forehead, for your jawline, but basically the ideal face shape is the oval face shape. So if you just draw an imaginary oval on your face, like so, anything outside that oval you can pretty much contour if you're going for the ideal face shape. Otherwise, you can just customize it to your own face and hide the areas that you don't like or bring out the areas that you do with highlighting. So each person is going to be very different. Today I'm going to show you guys on my face shape and what I would do to sort of define and sculpt my face. It could be different with your face though, so keep that in mind. I'm going to start off at the top of my ear and visualize a line coming down to the corner of my mouth. So I've just stopped where my eyeline is, and this could be a little bit thicker if you want a really contoured look, but basically the thickest part should be towards the ear and the thinnest part should be near the mouth, so it should sort of taper. Cool. So keep in mind that if you go too high or too low, you can look out of proportion. So just make sure you remember that tip of the ear to mouth line. So I'm going to do the same with the other sides. going to move on to my forehead. Now I always like to sort of contour around the perimeters. So this part doesn't have to be very neat because I'm going to blend it, but basically I just like to do the perimeters and also shade in the sides a little bit just to make my forehead look a bit smaller. Cool, I look sort of crazy, but that's the look I'm going for. Now I'm going to move on to my jawline, and what I like to do is just follow my jawline. So I also start off in the corner and the other side and just follow along there. Now if you want that really defined V shape and make your jawline a bit more slimmer, you can also just bring that contour up. Finally, I'm going to contour my nose. For this, I'm not going to use the stick directly. I'm going to grab a brush. I'm going to use my Sigma large shader brush, E60. And I'm just going to grab some of that product onto my brush. Now for this, you want to use a flat synthetic brush because we're using cream products, and I'm going to draw 2 lines on the sides of my nose. So the closer that I draw those lines, the slimmer my nose is going to look. The further apart, the wider my nose will look. So I want my nose to look fairly skinny, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I usually start off at the eyebrows and then just draw those 2 lines down my nose. So a good trick if you want your nose to look lifted is just to apply a bit of that cream contour underneath. And if you feel like you have wider nostrils and want to make them look a bit smaller, you can just apply a bit of that contour on the sides. Cool, so I look a bit crazy, but that's the look I'm going for. Now it's time to blend it all out. Keep in mind that when you contour, you can obviously blend as you go, so you don't have to map out your face completely first. And it depends on the products because some products dry quicker than others. This one is still blendable though, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my beauty blender and just blend it all together. Again, when I'm blending, I don't want to move and shift the product too much, so I'm just going to use tapping motions. When you blend the contour around your forehead, make sure you just blend it up into your hairline so there's no gaps. Just grab another brush. Today I'm using the Sigma medium angled shading brush, E70. So this is a bit fluffier than the flat brush, and what I'm going to do is just soften that line out and use this brush to blend it. So then I get a more precise nose contouring, and don't forget to blend the nostril area out. Once you've blended out the contour lines, you would notice that your face looks more sculpted and possibly even slimmer looking. So you can just go ahead and set your base and everything on top with a translucent powder. Or if you really want to amp up the contouring a little bit, you can go in with a bit of contour powder to set the cream areas.